Good evening. Tonight I'm going to show you how to remove and replace a hard drive in a laptop. If you've seen my introduction speech, you know that I've worked in computers for 18, almost 19 years. I've worked on every type of computer there is, from servers and mainframes to every brand of desktop that exists. I've worked on thousands of laptops. I've torn apart Apple iMacs and iPads. You name it, I've pretty much done it. Tonight we're going to keep it simple. Usually the first thing that goes bad in a computer is the hard drive. Why? Because the hard drive has the most moving parts. Imagine an old record player with the discs. The needle goes on, reads the disc, that's how the sound is played. Well, imagine a stack of those. That's the inside of a hard drive. A bunch of metal discs stacked together with needles. The discs are running in circle with those needles reading, constantly moving. It's a lot of moving parts. And on a laptop, you're moving around also. Portability is the key function of a laptop. So with you moving around and those parts moving around, hard drive is going to be the first thing to go. Hard drive is also the first thing that I would upgrade if I just wanted to give my laptop a little bit more life. Well, tonight I have a Toshiba. This is a laptop that was given to me to work on, and I honestly just have not had a chance to yet. But tonight, for you, I'm going to pull the hard drive out because I know for a fact it needs to be replaced. I don't have a new one, so we're going to use our imagination, and as I pull the old one out, I'm going to put it behind my back like a magician. Boom. We're going to pretend it's the new one. First thing you do when you want to work on a laptop, actually when you want to work on any computer, is remove the power source. On laptops, 95% of them have AC adapters, which are also known as power bricks, because they look like a little black brick. Once you remove that, you remove, I'd say, about 95% of the danger. Because as long as these are plugged in, you have electricity flowing, you can get shocked, and you can send static through your laptop, which is dangerous to the components. You don't want to short circuit a motherboard, because at that point you might as well throw the laptop away. So, like I showed you a minute ago, I have a Toshiba to use as a demonstration tool. You can use a regular size Phillips screwdriver, or you can go get a small pin size. I've worked in computers long enough that I can tell you 95% of what you need to do, you can do with a regular Phillips head screwdriver. You don't need anything special unless you really want to. You want to look cool? Go to Radio Shack and buy all the fancy tools that they want you to spend your money on. So anyway, if you look at this laptop, you have your top panel, which is usually your LCD. This is your LCD, and then the keyboard. We're going to focus on the bottom body panel of this laptop. If you look down here, I'm going to flip it this way so that you can see the battery. You also need to remove the battery on account of the power as well. You pull these little triggers to the side, make sure they completely clear, and then you can pull your battery out. Boom, got the battery. At this point, this laptop has zero electricity flowing through it. We're at a 99.9% safe point. Okay, I would not worry about getting electrocuted. I would not worry about hurting yourself in any way, shape, or form. So, where we're going to focus is the body panel that holds the hard drive. This L-shaped body panel happens to be where it's located on this particular model. If you look at other models, some of them might have a screw or two over here, and then a body piece that pulls out and contains the whole hard drive. I've already done the pre-research on this laptop and happen to know that this L-shaped body panel is where the hard drive's at. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this screw out. So if you give me just a second, I'll show you what happens next. Alright, that screw is as loose as it's going to get. If you look at this body panel, there is a little finger dip. You can put your finger in there, pull it. Oh my God, what's that noise? Is something cracking? No, nothing's cracking. First thing I learned when I was in the Navy, computers are tougher than you think. So, pull that body panel off, set it to the side, because you're going to want to put it back. If you look at the bottom of the laptop, This rectangle device here, that's your hard drive. Very simple to remove. Some companies put 2 screws in, some put 4 in. Toshiba has guts. They didn't put any screws in this hard drive. So what we're going to do is slide it. If you notice, the little connector here is completely open now. I'm going to take my finger, remove the hard drive. If you want to know a little trick, once you've removed the hard drive, give it a little shake. If you hear the platters going against the needles, that means your hard drive is physically damaged. So, like I said at the beginning, magician trick, put this behind my back, got a new hard drive. So, I'm going to take this hard drive the same way I pulled it out. I'm going to match it up with the connectors, put it in, slide it over. Bam! How hard was that? That's the easiest hard drive I've ever replaced. I'm going to take this body panel now, and if you notice it has small clips, if you notice there are pieces that sit out, so you do have to match them up. Snap it back in place. Make sure all the ridges are even. Everything looks smooth. Take your pin screwdriver. Tight. Do not do it over tight. Just do it finger tight. If you over tighten it, you end up running the risk of making this a really bad deal. I have strip screws, and it's not fun to have to go back in and tear a laptop apart to get to a stripped screw. So at this point, I'm going to put the battery back in, which is just a matter of sliding. Now, like I said, this laptop was damaged before we started, so I'm not going to go any further with the repair. And for the purposes of this speech, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. I wanted to show you how to remove the hard drive, how to put it back, and give your laptop new life. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this.